John, you talk about the millennials. Is there not a way, not a method, but a principle from the Jesus movement that you think could be applied that would be relevant to seeing God work among the millennial generation? Is there a principle or a truth in that?
Yeah, I think the word is authenticity. Our second campus is reaching a lot of millennials. We're not really a millennial church per se in our main campus, but our second campus is reaching a lot of millennials. And what's reaching them is not so much the preaching and the worship, but the small groups. And a lot of that was birthed in the Jesus movement. And they want to pray. If they're going to believe in God, they're really, really going to do it. So I think we have to have authenticity. We can't sit in rows and stare at people's backs. Listen, I've got Sunday school. We have Sunday school and life groups in our church, but our Sunday school is not reaching millennials at all. Our small groups are. And I think also we've got to get very simple with discipleship. If we'll get simple and clear and connect it to real life, they'll listen. Because millennials, when they come to Jesus, they really love him. One of our church plants the other day, and we plant churches in Cleveland, Ohio, and one of the young ladies was talking to the pastor, and he said, "What are you doing this afternoon?" She said, "I'm going out on a date." She said, "Oh, what were you doing your date?" She said, "Well, we're going to have dinner, watch a movie, go home and have sex probably." And the pastor said, "What?" She said, "Well, yeah, that's probably what we'll do." And he said, "Well, do you know what Jesus taught about sexuality?" She said, "Did he teach about that?" He said, "Well, yes, he did." And he told her what Jesus taught about sexuality. You know what she said? She said, "Thank you for telling me. Sure changes my afternoon plans." I mean, that's an absolutely true story from just a few months ago. Millennials will love Jesus if they just see him and know him in us, and then we give them a chance to have that authenticity of small group relationship.
You know, John, so many, we had a meeting when we were starting One Cry with 50 revival-minded men. And Byron Paulus asked them, "Where did you first get the taste of revival in Europe?" Well, it was the Jesus movement. I mean, almost universally. And these were men that were pastors, but they were also leaders of parachurch organizations. So many parachurch organizations had their birth in the 70s.
That's right. And
I think, you know, the thought by many is because the church would not accept what was happening, that they said, well, some guy said, well, you know, I can't do it in my church. I'll just start a deal here where I can love Jesus, be discipled, and go tell people about Jesus. And so you saw these movements, and I think your admonition to us is just, new wine always calls for new wineskins.
Yeah.
I think somebody told us that. And that adaptation has got to happen in moments of revival, or it'll quench the spirit of or outside the church, which the church is a pillar and the support of the truth. It needs that doctrinal support and the help of the body of Christ, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you know, Bill, one last thing. A recent study among millennials about what they really would like in a church, if they came to a church, you know what's interesting? They said they'd like it to be multi-generational. Mm-hmm. They would really love for there to be older people in there because many of them don't have grandparents or even parents that have given them any wisdom. But they're selfish, just like we all are. They don't want church our way. They want us to come and bring church to them like a missionary does. We don't expect music in Mongolia to sound like it does here, right? And so I've never understood why we're not missional here with the generations and expect that. So I think God is looking for a generation, and we have a core group in our second campus that's doing this. They've got their arm around millennials. And they're saying, look, if the music gets too rough for us, we'll put earplugs in. We're mature. We want to pass along now a movement. It's not about us anymore. And so we want to get our arms around a young generation and say, let us help you. Let us show you. Let us model marriage for you. Let us disciple you, walk with you through the Word, and teach us too. Show us where we're missing it. And I think if we'll do that, Bill, just get our arms around this generation, man, maybe we will see the next Jesus movement among millennials.
Great word.